Welcome all, friends and foes, heels, baby faces, to the Shoot Brothers podcast. The only wrestling podcast that you can find. I'm sitting here, as always. This show is hosted by myself. I'm Cameron Osborne, and I'm sitting here with
Mike Shepard.
The joke's on them. We're not actually sitting together. That's behind the paywall. That's behind the paywall information.
See if you can tell. Every once in a while we will be, but we won't tell you.
Listeners, if you're there at home, let us know. Of course, you can rate, review, and subscribe to us on all of the things that you're on: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Google Play. Who's out there using? Who's using Google?
Spread the word. Spread the word well enough, you might get a free T-shirt. Who knows?
Free T-shirt. Shit, we said something. We said something last week that would be on the shirt. If we had a shirt, now that you say that, and I should have remembered.
We'll go back. We can always. We'll figure that out.
We got to get a shirt eventually, right?
Oh yeah.
God, we're dude.
We're on the highway.
We're on the freeway, the expressway.
Yeah. We're not in the right lane. We're in the far left, the fast lane.
The fast lane. See, if you want to go slow, if you want to drive like a grandmother.
Yeah, an old lady.
You know, you might not even be on the same road. This road is too fast for you, Grandma. I'm sorry.
They don't. Yeah, they should. You don't belong on the highway sometimes, old lady. You know, the grandpa's in the seat beside her, yelling at her, telling her, "He's like, why don't you drive?" Oh, I'm not driving. And then, that's
But yeah, that's right. You know what? The road to WrestleMania wouldn't be complete with just kind of pay-per-view. That's also there. So we had the two go-home shows for that pay-per-view, Fastlane. The Raw and SmackDown go-home shows coming off hot weeks too. I think the last week's Raw certainly and last week's SmackDown were great shows. How are they going to top it?
Yeah, no, they're throwing a lot of stuff at us, getting those storylines built. Let's see what they can do this week here. Before that, I do want to say that earlier on in the week we did lose a past WWE superstar. King Kong Bundy passed away. Yes, King Kong Bundy. Do you know much about him?
So yeah, you know, I am the professional wrestling Padawan, and of course, Michael, you are the professional wrestling Wikipedia. So I don't know much, but what do you remember from King Kong Bundy feuds or ring style or anything like that? Yeah,
just mostly he was back in the early days. You know, when Hulk Hogan and Macho Man were still at the top. So he was around then. He was one of the big guys, like besides Andre the Giant, to fight. I think I remember him being on like an episode of Married with Children because of the whole Bundy, Al Bundy, King Kong Bundy. They tied that in for an episode.
Because of the whole
like, hey, it's our long lost uncle. I could be thinking of the wrong show, but I'm pretty sure that happened.
No, you are right. He played Uncle Irwin, who was the brother of Peggy.
Yeah, so he didn't play the wrestler, but we all knew. I'm sure he came on there like, woo!
Yeah, he got that sitcom pop.
Yeah,
everyone gets. Speaking of sitcom, sorry, go on. Sorry.
No, yeah. Speaking of sitcoms, Vader was on Boy Meets World. I remember a couple episodes. So that's another fun fact.
You know what? No, I'm thinking about that right now.
Yeah,
God.
He was playing the character. I'm pretty sure he showed up. He had the mask and everything, and I think something to do with like I don't know. He was one of the kids' parents. I don't know.
That'd be great one day. We should do a if we like an acting episode where we just kind of go through the top acting performances of these guys,
the wrestlers, of the Hollywood moments of these wrestlers.
But yeah, so I just wanted to ask you that. Rest in peace to King Kong.
It's too bad Bundy. For King Kong Bundy.
A bold choice to use the name Bundy, right? Like this was post Ted Bundy.
Same with Married with Children. Like Al Bundy, that's pretty out there.
Like immediately post. I mean, he started in WWF in '85. That's kind of isn't that kind of like 4 years after?
That's right in the thick of it. I think. Did you watch the recent? The Netflix thing it was? The Ted Bundy tapes.
Yeah, he did. I'm still not convinced that he did it.
I watched it as
but
well.
I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting watch. It was a fun watch. I think I'm gonna watch the Michael Jackson one next, maybe later this week or tonight.
Is that
You heard about the one that just came out?
It's not going to shatter the illusion, though.
Well, I mean, it might. I'm still gonna enjoy the music, but you know, it's kind of things that we all kind of. I know there was always a suspicion.
I get you. Were you at my prom for some reason? I know.
No, I don't.
I know,
think
like
so.
Lewis and Sam was. Anyways, because that was the day that Michael Jackson died. Was our prom. And okay, so in the early days of Twitter, you could set it up so your Twitter would text your phone when certain accounts would tweet.
Yeah.
And so I had this for like CBC or something, or or like TSN or one of these things, to get the score of something.
Yeah.
And
this was like the early days of apps still.
Yeah,
like.
just 2008. So that's what we're pushing right now.
Yeah.
And I get this text from CBC that Michael Jackson's dead, and I got to break it to everybody. You know how satisfying it is to tell like terrible news to a lot of people.
That's a huge one too.
That's news that doesn't affect them in any way. Like, it was one of them. It was one of my the better I've ever felt in my life. But yeah, watch that. Watch that. Ted Bundy didn't do it. Michael Jackson didn't do it.
Oh, he didn't? Did you watch the Michael Jackson?
Wait, what? No, I did. I
mean, even if he did do it, I still like his music, so that's okay.
You know whose music I do like?
I mean, it's not okay that he did it, but the
that's a good
okay
point.
to listen to.
If we're talking music, I think we got to talk. I think we got to start talking about. I love the part. So Roman Reigns kicked off Monday Night Raw this week.
Yeah.
I love that slide guitar thing where it's like just reefing on this bell of a ride. So whoever wrote that song was thinking about it.
The Roman Reigns tune? He's probably CFOs, I think.
Now that was the Shield's song, right?
It was pretty much 100%. They just cut out the beginning, the Sierra Echo Hotel, whatever. Hotel India. Yeah.
Sierra Hotel India
Echo Lima Delta. Yeah.
Delta.
Yeah. So they cut that out, but it's the same thing. Yeah, exact same song.
Roman Reigns kicks off Monday Night Raw this week. Huge pop in Philadelphia too, which is this is a tough wrestling. This is a tough wrestling crowd.
Yeah, that was the famous Royal Rumble, one of them.
Always is. I hear Toronto's like a crazy wrestling town also because people can never there's no gauge on what the hell we'll do.
No, they don't know because we're very in on. We know a lot of things. We know all the inside dirt background stuff, but we also love our people to death.
Remember when the ACC Raw crowd buries Bailey? It was right in the middle of her face.
And she looked a little sad about that. She was like, "Oh, guys."
It was right in the middle of her face push, and she just because I don't know. I feel like we see through shit or because we I don't know. Maybe we see through shit like that. Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would boo Bailey if everyone else was booing Bailey. I would 100%.
And it depends who she's up against. If she was up against, at that time, it was probably the badass Sasha Banks boss. We're all like, yeah, fuck yeah, the boss.
That's right. Enough about theme songs. Roman Reigns comes out and asks his best friend Seth Rollins for one favor. He wants to get the band back together.
Yeah, but before. Didn't they tease for a second? He's like, I know what you want. He's like, you want Brock at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, they had a thing where there was maybe a second where it was like, okay, you want your title back, but I've earned my shot. Who knows what that means?
And it was weird because the crowd kind of booted a little bit. They're like, no, Rollins, this is your chance, man. Just chill. But but they got past that quick, and then he said he wants to bring the band back.
Now if the Shield was a band. Who would be on drums? So I'm thinking Seth Rollins plays he sings and he plays bass.
I see Seth as the front man. The singer.
Yeah, I think Roman Reigns is the super talented one who just sits back and doesn't.
Funny. For me, the only thing I can see Roman's playing is bass because he looks identical to the Metallica bass player. That's all I can see.
He does.
I just you know how he plays it super low and he fucking gets. I can just picture Roman. Dum, 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 dum.
Okay, yeah, no, maybe, and then maybe Seth Rollins can be this Fall of Troy-esque, like he's singing and just wilding out
Wailing
on the guitar.
Yeah.
And Dean Ambrose is just doing whatever the fuck he can to keep up. I think that's the I think that's the lineup. I think that's the lineup their band would be.
Sick.
He wants Seth to come back. He wants Dean to come back to also bring the band back together on drums.
He's forgiven, and all about that. The dirty deeds on the leukemia night, he's over that. So Ambrose comes out. But before he can say anything, Elias runs up behind him and smashes him with a guitar and then runs back off.
Right in the back.
Seth and Roman go to help Dean up, but he brushes him off again. And he walks away. So he's not ready yet. But they'll work on that kid. They'll work on him.
They also, I think after this match is a great time to pull out our work meter. Let's call it the work meter. Okay. Dean Ambrose leaving after WrestleMania 35. Where do you stand?
Yeah.
Where are you sitting
so
on the work
meter? I've heard. I still think that it's all real, but I've heard that they are making a big push. Like they want to keep him. Vince is like, what can we do for you? And Roman being back might help. Apparently Roman's like one of Dean's best friends. So I don't know. I still think it's real, but they're gonna do everything they can until he's actually gone. He's not gone, but we'll see.
Great, that's a lot of fun because they were teasing it a bunch. We had a couple backstage segments, and he kept saying "one last time." And it was just made me think.
Yeah. Seth and Rowan both went up to try and convince him, and one last time, final time,
one last time.
So after that, we had Finn Balor, Strowman, Kurt Angle versus Drew, Corbin, Lashley. Those guys need like a group name, something to slim it down.
The Corbin, Lashley, the CL, the MLC, the MCL.
Anyway,
I'm looking at their names, ML or BD. Oh fuck. Listeners, if you're sitting there at home and you've got a better name for these guys,
throw it out.
Didn't they call themselves the Hounds of Justice at one point, or was that?
No, that's the Shield.
No, wait.
They had something like Dogs of War, I think.
Was that? Yeah, the dog was, but that was with Ziggler.
I think that was
God damn it.
Strowman was in it. Yeah, that was Strowman, Drew. Anyways,
so these last six guys are. Isn't Finn Balor a champion? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he's the
why was this match on the card?
I don't know. I guess they had the big spot was Strowman just fucking destroying Lio Rush through the barricade.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a good spot.
Creamed the little guy. Like they've done that spot before, but it's always he put a little more into the little guy. But that took them both out. So Lashley hit the spear on Finn for the win. After the match, the heels continue the beatdown, getting some stairs involved. They bring in the stairs, and Lashley and Corbin hit the double choke slam on Finn. So that was it.
Yeah, so I guess we're trying to make this team look a bit powerful. We see them a bit later on, and then we're going to see them later on even more so.
Yeah, so more to come.
More to come from this same thing. So this is the exact same thing except Lashley instead of Ziggler. It's the exact same thing though.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
It was Ziggler, Drew, and anyways.
Just want to make sure I'm on. Just want to make sure I'm.
Ziggler's been MIA for a while.
A long time, yeah.
AEW.
I think that's just it, right? As soon as like anyone has any any issue with WWE, it's like AEW.
Yeah. No, he could be a top guy there. But backstage, we had Backstage Charlie, as I call her. She's interviewing Heavy Machinery. She tells them not everyone's happy to have him on Raw. And here's a clip of people just ripping into you. So the Ascension, they're complaining to the B team and Ryder and Hawkins.
Rude and Gable were there, I think.
Yeah, they might have been there. They all get in their little quips. Ryder calls him a Chris Farley lookalike. Connor calls him a dumb bell.
Which was pretty good.
Yeah,
that was the best one.
Whoa. So Otis and Tucker, they're not pleased, and Otis breaks into a serious, clear voice here.
Great.
Yeah, he's like, wow, I'm sensitive, and that really hurt. So Tuck says he's gonna make it right. They're gonna take each one of them out, one after the other. So Otis hurts those who hurt his feelings. So a little character development there.
It's great.
He's
give him
gentleman.
Give him that second side, right? He's not just the.
Yeah. No, I'm down. That's So it makes. I like it. Yeah.
And then did we go right into that match, or I think
no,
we had some
a
things
women's
going on before.
We had a women's match, Natty versus Ruby Riott here. Quick little Ruby reversed the sharpshooter into a cradle. but Natty rolled her through and got the pin. After the match, my girl Lacey Evans comes out.
Did you time it? Did you time it?
I know, I forgot. I was just so enamored with her.
Oh my god!
I'm smitten.
You're like Corey Graves, you know. You just can't pay attention.
She's my Mandy. But
she's your Mandy Rose. I get it. I get it now.
This time the ring announcer introduced her. I don't know if they did that last week. That's something I
they
noticed.
did not. I noticed that also. They did that on SmackDown the next night. Also, maybe just her walking down the ramp isn't getting over the way.
Oh, it's getting over, isn't it?
The way we thought.
I mean, I would like more. Don't get me wrong, but if it's this or nothing, I choose this every week. That's all I'm saying. I would love for her to start promos and matches and.
Yeah, no, that's the next step. That's gonna be post Mania, I think.
Yeah. Renee called her Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, and Wonder Woman combined into one. That's
quite a compliment. That's quite a compliment.
Yeah. Corey Graves says he agrees. He says if Bryce Harper had known Lacey Evans was going to be in town, he would have signed in Philly months ago. So that's my weekly Corey line.
He's not bad.
He's got at least a good joke every
bad.
week. Yeah. Who cares what he does in his personal life?
I think right around here my timing might be off. What did you call her? You said you called her something nice. I just always called them one of the robots.
What? Oh, the
backstage
woman? Oh yeah, so Charlie's the one I know. There's another one I don't know.
Yeah, no, but you called her something nicer than I did.
Oh, I can't remember. What did you call her?
The robots.
Oh, the robots.
They always come in. You know what it is for me, and this is the only part of like the backstage interviews really that I find like kind of stale, is the lack of rebuttal when the person leaves.
Oh, they just stare off into space.
Because sometimes just don't say anything. But sometimes I think you could warrant a quick little like, that could maybe make light of a situation, especially because so many of these things are meant to be done comedically. We saw it a bunch this week. We should also say Michael Che and Colin Jost were also there because they're something to do with WrestleMania.
So I don't even know who these guys are. I don't. Like they
so
tell me that they're the Weekend Update hosts from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be offensive to Saturday Night Live. I just it's I watched it back in the day when when it was good and stuff. But the classics, the Mike Myers, the Eddie Murphys, the Will Ferrells, all those guys.
Well, but it's still good because what they do.
I'm not hyped for these hosts. I'm not too hyped for them.
What they do now is have they just have like two people just do Weekend Update instead of like. Yeah.
Norm Macdonald, he was the king.
Oh, yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, no, but he was fucking anything goes.
It's like 12. That's like 12 hosts ago.
Like O.J. Simpson, like, ladies and gentlemen, murder is now legal in the state of. But oh man, I could watch that shit for hours. Anyways, not to shit on these poor guys. I'll give them a chance. I'll give them a chance at Mania. I'll see how they do.
No, I think we could. I know. I think we can. I think I think it'll go. I think it'll go over. Maybe we'll see them a couple more times so we know who they are. And Colin Jost can just be a dumbass.
Is Kel Thompson still on SNL?
Keenan Thompson.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Kel's the other one.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think he's the only cast member that I can name right now off the top of my head. But anyways.
Kate McKinnon's still there.
Enough of shitting on SNL.
Yeah, how did this isn't shit. That's the other podcast. That's the Shit on SNL podcast.
Yeah. So we up next we have The Game, the King of Kings. Yeah, he has two themes. One of the only guys that gets two. He gets his promo theme song and his wrestling theme song. Huh. So they play King of Kings when he comes out for a promo. And before this, they show a little Instagram promo from Batista. He's too good to be there tonight.
Classic heel move.
Last week he had his blue glasses. This week he had his red glasses on.
I don't know. Yeah. He still has that nose ring. That nose ring's gonna have to come out if he's gonna have a 25-minute match.
Yeah,
okay, I think we do need to have though. Just while we are on the subject, okay, closest without going over. How long's that match gonna be?
Batista match.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah,
we're getting a pen and paper.
Closest without going over.
Price is right. No.
Yeah. So it's better to be under than over.
Yeah, Price is Right rules. You know that kind of thing. Yeah.
Better to be under than over. Then I'll go 22 minutes.
22 even?
Yeah. Well, I mean 22:30 if I want to be specific. Just 22:34.
Well,
So if I get it right
you
on-
can be as specific as you
Okay,
want, right?
22:34, just so if it happens, it'd be like, holy shit.
Just so if it happens, we're all gonna shit our pants.
Yeah, because it's not as cool if it's right on the dot. It's more cool if you pick it. So 22:34.
That's great, Mike. I think you undershot it a bit. I'm gonna say 26 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah, but if it's anything under that, I win.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be a.
I know.
I'm not gonna
It's
be
not
a
about
dick.
that. I know,
and
I'm just
say
having fun.
22:35, Bob.
I know.
We're
know.
taking
Anyways,
these are bold.
We're just having fun.
These are bold remarks. Triple H
Yeah.
cuts through this promo.
He gets choked up
He
here.
gets choked up a couple times.
Yeah, he's been doing that lately every day. You know, I like it.
He's
I like
crying
it.
too much.
He's gotten soft.
He really feels the difference between Ric Flair the character and Richard Fleer the man.
Fleer, yeah. I've never heard Richard Fleer so many times in like a 10-minute
He
span.
got it. I think there was one time I really noticed that he accidentally said Richard Flair, but I was like, dude, you're saying something kind of difficult. That's not that
Fleer.
bad.
I mean, it's so. I mean, yeah. But,
Well, especially after all you think Flair.
yeah, so he talks about Ric Flair nearly losing his life last year, and yeah, he just wanted
having
to
to
celebrate.
like bury his
but it
son and all, like, it got dark. It got real for
Yeah,
like,
he talked about him being in a coma and all this shit and
like this. I'll be honest, this killed the crowd. I'll be honest.
it got a little the air sucked out a bit.
It was a good promo. The only thing that I gotta, and maybe Mike, what do you think about, like, he was using the word real too much. Like these aren't just characters when you look at me, you know, like all these sorts of things. Maybe like breaking down the wall of what that is. Is that a little weird?
I mean, I get what they're going for. Like like it's at the end of the day they present like they're supposed to be taken as it's all real, even though we know it's not. We know it's not real, but now this part is the real within the real. I don't know, but
that's a good.
It's fine.
I get you. Yeah, I mean,
it's like their way. It's like their way of trying to like pretend to draw back the curtain a bit. Like, we already know you want to know the dirt, so let's pretend like we're giving you a bit of it. You know.
That's a good point. Two guys who aren't like actively involved in, you know, what would be kind of like future. Or, you know, like Batista's probably not going to come back.
Yeah, like he might do a couple things, but yeah, he's not going to be an everyday.
He's not, you know,
ham and egger.
Exactly. He's not going to be an everyday kind of guy. So this one match of kind of like Paul Levesque against.
Yeah, Dave Batista.
Batista.
Or is it Bautista?
Bautista, B-A-U.
Like Jose.
You know, this could kind of be it. Yeah, and I think, yeah, great build.
That'd actually be cool if he wrestled as Paul Levesque once. That'd be kind of funny, just to put a stamp on how serious he is about this.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you know, if this is
Paul
real,
Levesque McMahon, he comes at us. Like we said last.
Because we've established that Triple H definitely took Stephanie McMahon's last name, 100%. Wouldn't you though? At the end of the day,
I mean, that's a good. I mean, the investors, like the future of the company.
like you can
I'm sure they want
hyphenate
a
it. You can be
McMahon
just
on.
Mike Shepard McMahon.
But yeah, he rips into Batista. He's saying, "Yeah, you quit last time you were here. That's what you do."
That's what you'll
blah
do.
blah blah. So you couldn't quit. You couldn't get what you want. So you attack a 70-year-old man who's lucky to be alive. He tells him to have the balls to show up and stand up to him, and he storms away pissed off. So yeah, but Batista's supposed to be back next week, I think they said. So
who knows? Yeah, it looked like he was at some kind of like fancy art party too. Did you see there was like
yeah, I don't know.
It looked like there was like
in the
wine in the reflection of like a really nice looking painting. I was like, where the fuck is this guy right now? Like, why isn't he just here?
Know.
He could be. Yeah, this making me excited though. I am pretty. I am kind of excited for this match. I think it's going to be a hot match on the card there.
Yeah, no, I mean, as long as Triple H is healed fully, then it should be fine. Like, you know, we joke about how it'll be a long match, but we don't get to see Batista too often, so it should still be good.
Exactly, right?
It's just on a 6-hour show. Everything is a bit long, so. But
because we never get fucking what are those things in Batista's entrance? Those like sparkler things, but that go
pyro.
Like,
That's WrestleMania. You get them.
Technically pyro.
That's what they call it.
We never get pyro.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get it for him, and it's gonna be sick, right?
Oh yeah.
Coming up next, though, I think we did have that. We did end up having that heavy machinery gauntlet match.
Yeah. Right before this, we had Backstage Charlie.
Backstage Charlie, that's what you had. So so Backstage Charlie approaches.
She's the one I know. The other one I don't know.
She approaches the McMahon family dressing room.
Yes.
So go with me here. So within that dressing room, there's like Vince is getting changed, and then like Shane's getting changed, and then Stephanie and Triple H is definitely there.
Yeah.
So from now on, I picture all four of them dressing
Just
up together,
hanging
and
maybe they got the kids back there and like a little
dressing up together.
Yeah.
These are I think these are some of these when I see something like that, I think that's one of those things that they want us to see. They want some kind of continuity where Fit Finley literally controls who goes out next all the time.
Yeah. No, I like it. He's always the guy that comes out and tries to get things in order.
He's always there. He's always
that's his role.
That's his job.
He's Vince's right hand man. He's like Finley when shit hits the fan.
When shit hits the fan. God.
But yeah, so she talks to Steph. She says that what Ronda did last week was terrible, but WWE is going to drop all charges against Becky. So as of now, the suspension is lifted. So
the suspension is lifted.
But Steph needs Becky to sign a hold harmless agreement so that WWE is not responsible because at Fastlane it'll be Becky versus Charlotte for the vacant women's championship, or so they say.
Or so they say. The Raw Women's Championship is vacant. Ronda Rousey left it
for like an hour.
In the middle of the ring.
Yeah, she left it last week, but we'll find out what that means later on in the night. Then we finally get to that tag gauntlet. Heavy Machinery versus the B Team out first. They pinned them pretty quickly with their little double power slam type move. And then the Ascension was next. Otis hit the Vader Bomb for the win. And then Ryder and Hawkins. Otis gets the Caterpillar, pins Hawkins. Heavy Machinery has run the gauntlet. So there you go.
It seems a little weird to me to try to rebuild a tag division while burying the entire tag division.
Well, these are
Heavy Machinery looks great, but none of those other teams looked good at all.
Yeah. Well, Ryder and Hawkins, their gimmick is to lose for now, I guess. And B Team and the Ascension, they're always kind of a joke. So I mean, I guess it's better them than like Gable and Rude being in there, or
but that's
even
like
Authors of Pain.
Those are like the only other two teams, you know.
Remember Authors of Pain? Yeah, where are they?
Who you talking about?
Yeah, AOP.
No, I think one of them's hurt. I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
I think one of them had a hand injury.
Yeah.
I think I've seen photos, or the other one who's not injured is doing house shows.
Okay.
And like main event type shit.
All right.
Yeah.
After this, we had the Hall of Fame announcement of Tori Wilson.
Tori Wilson, congratulations, Tori Wilson. I know nothing about her. Mike, tell me about Tori Wilson.
She was okay. She was during the day when they knew some moves here and there, but they weren't the women wrestling division that we have today. But yeah, she was more for the eye candy than for the wrestling, but she knew how to do some things. So she joins D-Generation X and the Honky Tonk Man as the currently announced members.
Oh yes, Honky Tonk Man. I think did that come out last week or sometime?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we addressed it, but yeah, he was the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion.
One of the greatest
single reign.
Yes, 519 days or something like that.
Yeah. So there you go. Up next, we had our buddy Elias. He's doing his Philadelphia thing, dissing Philly, and I thought this song was actually kind of good. It had a good rhyme to it. He's like,
it did.
You know how I know I'm in Philly? Because everybody's mom looks like that slime ball gritty or something. Like
you know what that song reminded me of? It reminded me of that song that Lewis and Sam wrote. The Isn't Real song.
Oh yeah,
remember that? It was like that Jesus isn't real.
Yeah,
for some reason, I heard that exact same song. Yeah, if Elias just wants to come, I'd rather him just come and chop down a city than have to job out. Make fun of the sports teams. Like that's number one. That gets the biggest booze every time. When he said they were in Philly, I think he said something about like the Flyers never winning.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
it was this and that, yeah.
And then the Supersonics boo.
That was the Seattle one. Yeah, that's the untouchable.
That's the untouchable heel move of the year, hands down. Or I think that was last year. But
Yeah. But great song. Yeah, he says the children have no future, no matter how hard they try. That was funny.
Like that's deep too. Like
Yeah.
like I'm sure there are a lot of, impoverished areas of Philadelphia, and maybe someone from that area, worked really hard to buy a ticket and purchase a ticket, brought their son to come see Monday Night Raw, and his hero Elias is there, and Elias says, that your standard of living,
everything the kid loves, yeah.
Your standard of living is so terrible, you're gonna die young. You're dumb.
Did you ever see the legendary Bill Burr Philadelphia rant?
No. No.
Oh yeah, look that one up sometime. It's hilarious. Like he was at some festival and the crowd was just being an asshole to everyone all day, and so he just goes out there, instead of doing his set, he just spends like 10 minutes shitting on Philadelphia and all their sports teams. And at first they hate him, but he's so good at it. By the end, they're like loving it. You're like, oh my god, you're good at it. He's razzing them.
By the end, they're just,
anyways,
by the end, they're just laughing. Philadelphia's a tough place to be, right? Like
he's like, you put up a statue of Rocky instead of Evander Holyfield, you racist fucks, a fictional character.
I think Elias did say something. He did say something about being drunk and eating horse shit. He did say something about that.
Yeah, this was one of my favorites. It was a well written. The songs were good. The chords were nice, and we did have a match after though. Dean Ambrose came out and loses clean as a whistle to the Driftaway.
The work meter is the work.
It's all over the place.
It's all over the place today, folks, and I think it's gonna be.
Until it's done, who the hell knows? But after the match, Seth and Roman did come into the ring. Dean pushes them away. Fuck this. He leaves through the crowd, and then the bad boys come out. Lashley, Corbin, Drew. We'll just call them the bad boys. They come out, surround the ring.
It's not bad.
They start beating down Seth and Roman. So Dean comes back to make the save. The Shield clears the ring. They stand tall. Roman and Seth put their fists together, and after a bit of hesitation, Dean finally joins them for a big pop from the crowd. So yeah, the Shield's
big
back.
Pop
the band's
and
back.
The Shield reunion number 47.
Yeah, hopefully no one gets fucking hit by a car or something.
Hopefully no one gets the mumps.
Anything hurt. Measles. There's a measles outbreak going around. Hopefully they don't get that. So after this, we had Tamina versus Sasha. Nia pulls Tamina out of the way at some point and attacks Bayley. That causes the distraction, so Tamina gets the win with a super kick. And that's just part of the storyline, because apparently they're going to have a tag title match on Sunday.
We're going to get a tag title match on Sunday. Mike, I think something that's actually more important is that, listeners, you can do this back at home too. Listen back to last week's episode. It's the exact finish that I got, and I think we called it after Bayley won clean over Nia. We're like, okay, so that means I think we both kind of got that one. We are going to get this match at Fastlane. It's tough to see. I wish they would have reversed it. Maybe Sasha Banks got the win and Bayley took the greasy loss. Because it's tough to see Sasha Banks get pinned. Because she's good.
She seems like the leader of the two,
but yeah, this was our kind of pre-title match, and it's great. It's great to see those titles defended so soon.
Yeah. The next pay-per-view after, so should be an okay match. We'll get to that on the card rundown, but we did have a real title match up next. The Revival versus this new team, Aleister Black and Ricochet, who's been on a hot streak. They're already getting a title shot, just 2-3 weeks out.
2-3 weeks out and not even on the brand yet. It's a weird way to push these guys too, especially as to push singles guys as this kind of ragtag makeshift tag team, or the only thing they have in common as a tag team is the fact that they're on NXT. That's their commonality.
And they do these cool flips into a pose. And
they do a cool pose,
which they did. They doubled. They did it at the same time.
They did.
And it actually looked nice. I still get a kick out of Black's entrance too every time. It's so cool. Crowd is hot though. NXT chants right away. But during the match, Gable and Rude, I'll say his name, came out. And then
Chad and Gable. I thought it was Chad and Gable.
Former NXT and United States champion Bobby Roode would have a word. But so they come out. They attack the Revival. That causes the DQ. So boo. And then they confront Ricochet and Black, and they beat them up. And then... they get beaten up. They do a double fake flip and that pose thing we talked about. And so they're starting to be yeah, little teamwork, the little team uniformity there.
Well, Teen Uniformity Revival ends up retaining, of course, by DQ.
But they will have a triple threat title match on Sunday between those three exact teams. So,
which is great. I don't think. Can you remember a time past when an NXT person has been on a main event pay-per-view? Has that ever happened before?
A couple times.
Okay.
Kevin Owens, when he came up, he fought John Cena. Like before, he was still the NXT champion when he did that.
Oh, cool! On a pay-per-view, or just on a
on the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.
That's awesome.
And then they had an NXT tag title match on the first WWE Roadblock. It was Enzo Amore versus the Revival. But anyway,
there you go.
Anyways, so yeah, there's some precedent, but this is still a rare thing, and it'll be fun. And we'll see what happens. But on to the main event. Not quite a contract signing, but a hold harmless agreement signing.
Whatever the hell that means.
So Steph comes out. She's got the title with her. She's got the contract with her, and then she brings out Charlotte Flair. She brings out Becky Lynch. Becky's limps out on her crutch and brace. Gonna be tough to fight like that on Sunday.
I don't know how she's gonna pull it off. See, I'm worried.
So big chance for Becky. Steph says we need a champion, so at Fastlane, it's the two of you. Becky, you're clearly not 100%, so you got to sign this agreement so you won't sue WWE for any damages, which, I mean, you think they'd already have something like that in place.
But apparently they don't, and they do it.
Didn't she get hurt in a WWE ring to begin with during the Rumble?
Yeah, they do it on a per-match basis.
So Becky says she's already beat Charlotte once on one leg at the Rumble, so she can do it again. She signs the agreement. Steph says the match is official, but then we see Ronda storming in from outside the arena. She comes all the way in. She says, I gave you a week to think about it. I didn't vacate anything. Why would you think that? I was just letting you think about it. She wanted you to include Becky, not to exclude her, so give me my title back. So Steph, she gives her the belt, but she still has to do business, so Becky's still going to face Charlotte. If Becky loses, she's done. She's out, but if she wins, she'll be added to the match. And it'll be triple threat officially, so we can finally have it written in pen. And then Ronda cuts a little promo here about working her ass off, and the crowd boos her, and she really goes heel here. She starts turning. She's no longer here to entertain you. She's not a dancing monkey. Damn your fantasies.
She did her thing where she gets really excited, and you can hear it.
She says, damn your fantasies, damn the man, screw the woo, no more Mr. Nice Bitch. And then she attacks Becky and Charlotte. Becky got the worst of it. She beat the crap out of her. Well, Charlotte kind of like scampered off. Yeah, the crutch. So Ronda steps on Becky's head and holds up the title and then beats her up even more. So this was like full-on heelish Ronda. I liked it. And I loved her she was wearing these long tights.
Tights with her name on it.
Yeah, I hope that's her new ring gear because I like the long tights on her. I think it just looks good.
So Mike, you're gonna
fuck you, Ronda. This was great.
You're gonna have to remind me, how did Becky Lynch lose her Royal Rumble victory, guaranteeing her a title shot?
She didn't. Vince McMahon just came out and said Charlotte's replacing her. That's all that happened.
That was it. No, I thought that was because of the injury angle.
Well, they suspended her because it was because of the suspension. He suspended her because of this and that. But
and then it was okay. So does she still get a win? Like, does that still count?
She won the Rumble. Yeah,
she won the Rumble. She just
it's happened in the past where people have won the Rumble and not gotten their title thing, but she's still going to be in the title match at the end of the day.
She's still going to be in the main. She's still going to be in the main event. I think we can all agree.
Yeah, as long as she wins this match against Charlotte, which we assume she will, then it really doesn't matter that this shit happened in between.
This was a great way to end Monday Night Raw. I think if people still aren't convinced that Charlotte belongs in this match.
Yeah, and Ronda belongs too. Like she's
all three of them
being here for a year. She's
match.
fucking. Yeah, Becky. No, nothing just needs to be said about her.
I think a lot of people are skeptical, or a lot of people were probably hating on Charlotte just kind of getting thrown in there.
Yeah, they are still calling both matches the main event, but I think most of us assume it's gonna be the women because Seth Rollins, he says he's in the main event, and
yeah, it'll be the women's.
It should be, and this is the year of the women. Let it happen.
Yeah, no, let it happen. Let it happen. All three of them deserve to be there. Definitely need to be there.
Yeah.
Great way to close out Raw. It was last week's show was a real good show, but this one also had some great spots. I'm real looking forward to WrestleMania, which is only, you know what? So I feel like Fastlane's gonna happen.
So after Fastlane, it'll be like 4 weeks.
I know. I feel like it's gonna be like it's gonna be like 9 days. Like Fastlane's gonna happen
because every time it's always a
9 days
week. Yeah, by the time we do the next podcast, we're already halfway through the week. So then we're like, holy shit, it's like 3 weeks away, and then
and then that's gonna turn into like, wait, takeovers tomorrow.
Yeah. So this year takeovers on the Friday, and then the Hall of Fame's on the Saturday, which I kind of like better. It gives me a day in between. I can recover.
Oh no. There's no recovery time. The day between is the Ring of Honor New Japan show live at Madison Square Garden.
That's right. Okay, well then good. I don't have to watch the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame's too long.
No, exactly. So
like respect to all those guys, but it's too much.
Oh, of course. But don't worry. We're still gonna fill something. We're still gonna fill something into that weekend.
There'll be plenty of content.
Yeah, we still of course that's gonna be our fucking first. No, we've done 3 days straight before. No, we've done 4. I think in the Royal Rumble, you do Takeover, Rumble.
Yeah, Takeover, Rumble, Raw, SmackDown. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Speaking of SmackDown Live, coming from Cleveland, Ohio. Home of
Fastlane.
Home of Fastlane. There you go.
Yeah.
Show kicks off with the new Daniel Bryan coming down with his fucking like hippie vest. And
I like this. His little puffy vest. His buddy Rowan.
His flannel buddy. Coming down just to address us. He shows up with this video package, and the crowd's pissed. The crowd's chanting Kofi, and Kofi's not even in the ring.
Yeah, he's not even in the country. Yeah. Bryan, he's ripping on Kofi. He talks about him not being a leader. He's just a supporting player, and now he's where he should be with his buddies, the New Day, on a promo tour in India. But he can't condone what McMahon did either, replacing a man who throws pancakes versus a man who eats a bunch of pancakes.
They
were going right for it. So Bryan says, no wonder the crowd looks like Owen or likes Owens. He looks like them. He thinks like them.
So
he does.
I feel like if anybody else was saying these, like Bryan says things like this, and it doesn't come off like cheap heat. Like, what's he doing differently? Like, I feel like if any just kind of heel, like Dean Ambrose did this exact thing in that Seth Rollins feud when he like didn't like the city and wouldn't come to the city because it's he could taste the fucking garbage or whatever it was. But like, Bryan does it. Is it just because he's the best heel in the company right now?
I think that's part of it, and also because he does believe in these things somewhat. Obviously, he turns it up to a ridiculous degree, but he is passionate about the environment, and he was a vegan at one point, and
he still is.
So I think it's easier for him to like obviously he's over the top with it, but it's easy for him to say it in a serious manner because he kind of believes in it himself. But
of course, Daniel Bryan's interrupted by Kevin Owens, his challenger at Fastlane this week.
Yeah, and so it's weird. Like the replacement thing would be like a heel move, but Kevin Owens is full on babyface right now, or like the way he's acting.
And I think he's so good at his out of ring work that he knows how to face this.
Yeah,
Daniel Bryan is so untouchable as a heel right now that Kevin Owens knows that he has so much leeway with how he can get himself over, especially after coming back after like 6 months or something. This will be his second match. He had one match, or I guess he had one tonight. He had one last week, but this is 3 matches in, and he might be the main event.
Yeah. No, I think that should be the main event. So he talks about his time off and just having to watch by every week and all this awful crap, seeing Bryan be a maniac, talking down everyone, and throwing the title in the trash, which was the last straw for him. So that's exactly when he knew that he was coming back, and he was coming for Bryan. He was coming for the title, and Owens says he's going to be the one to shut his condescending mouth, and then Bryan says, "Worry about your mouth with all the garbage you shoved down your throat." Woo! Yeah, some more fat. So Owen calls him out for resorting to lowbrow fat jokes, and then he says something about buying organic carrots, which he can shove up his. And then Bryan goes, "Who's lowbrow now? Who's lowbrow?" His delivery on that was so funny. I loved it. And then so this is why you people relate to him. He's all lowbrow like you, Kevin Owens. So Owens says he doesn't need a 7-footer with him. Bryan tells him that's only because he has no friends left. So Owens like, "You're right, but last week I didn't need anyone to pin you with that stunner. I didn't mean to take Kofi's opportunity, but it's my intention to beat you and take the title. And then all three of these guys end up fighting, and Owen takes the cranium slam from Rowan, and then him and Brian leave.
Putting Kevin Owens into this match is like the best possible thing that you could have happened if they are trying to save Kofi. I think the Kofi train is still rolling. Yeah, I think Kofi Mania will be hot after Fastlane. I think it'll still be going, and I think if you needed to replace this match with one person, Kevin Owens is the guy. Yeah, no, this could be just a quick little filler feud and have a great match, and Brian weasel his way out somehow. Isn't it amazing the story that what these guys have been able to do in 2 weeks? Yeah, they've already got a feud built up and a match that people want to see. They've got more than a lot of other people that we kind of see coming, and they just kind of had like one promo each, and then a match, and that's sort of the feud. Yeah, I'm excited. We had a quick match after this. Jey Uso versus The Miz. Jimmy tried to interfere. Shane takes him out, so Miz wins with a skull-crushing finale. Quick little feud. They always have to do that. The week before the tag match, they have to have it's the classic thing. We know that's going to happen. This was the Uso who has both arms tattooed. I think. Yeah, this was Jay. I think the other one only has one who's not married to Naomi. Right, the one who's not married to Naomi. Listeners at home, it's a good way that I like to distinguish between the Usos. Is that one is married to Naomi and one is not. Yeah. Of course, we are seeing the best tag team in the world and the Usos for the SmackDown Championship, Tag Team Championship on Sunday. Yeah, we'll get to that shortly. We'll get to that later. But first, we had. Well, I guess there was a quick little backstage thing with Charlotte just saying she wants Becky to come out and talk to her tonight. But then next, we had R-Truth coming out again. He talks about his childhood hero, John Cena, but he didn't realize that Cena did an open challenge every week. And he's already tired. So Carmella's like, like Cena says, never give up. He's like, you're right. But Cena also said, you can't see me. You can't see me. He's like, but I see him all the time on poster in my bedroom, my bed sheets, a movie about an alien robot cars, dance break. Truth is also looked at. He's 6 years older. Yeah, John Cena's funny. 41. R-Truth is 47. Hilarious. But damn, he looks good for his age. Damn, if this guy can still go. Oh yeah, hopefully we can all look that good at 47. Yeah, you know what though? His open challenge does get answered. Yes, and you know who answers? Who is the first person to interrupt the proceedings? Oh yes, I do. The sassy Southern Belle, Lacey Evans. And she gets announced again. She comes down to the ring. So maybe this is it. We get a tiny bit more every week. So we got an announcement. Maybe next week she'll have a microphone. And then maybe the week after that she'll have a microphone and say something. And then the week So she does her walk down and turn and she leaves and I'm sad. But R-Truth's like, come back, Miss Sexy Gloves. She didn't want none. So Mella says, crowd want a match. Truth says, damn you, John Cena. So Samoa Joe comes out, and then Rey Mysterio comes out, and then Andrade comes out, and then the ring announcer, he's like, all right, we're doing this Fatal Four-Way for the title. So presumably what happens there, I think, what's the name of the ring announcer? I think it's like Mike or something, I don't know. So I think Fit Finlay and this guy, the ring announcer, they have like a direct line of communication where Fit Finlay is kind of like texting him like, okay, I'm sending this guy out. And then at the end, so Andrade comes out, and then Fit Finlay texts this guy, no one else is in line. And then this guy knows. This guy knows to go. Okay, I guess that 4 people. There's a fatal 4-way. See, I think the inner workings of how these matches are put together are a lot more complex than we think. It's not as easy as we think it is, though. Of course, so we are getting a fatal 4-way for the United States Championship. This was a great match. This was a great match. Yeah. What do you any highlights from you? We got that American Destroyer. We called it an American Destroyer one time. We got Truth. He did a double 5-knuckle shuffle this week. That was fun. On Joe and Ray. Andrade hit a sunset flip over the top rope to Ray, and he kind of didn't let go at first, so it looked kind of scary, the landing. Yeah, there was. It almost looked like it was going to turn into like a pop up. Yeah, like a power bomb. I don't know. Either way, it was slightly off, but I think he's okay. But he finished the match. Zelina Vega got in there. She gave Truth a Hurricane Rana, so Mella got mad and gave Vega a super kick out of her. Yeah, that was a great looking kick. Yeah. I think that when you're smacking leather pants, I think it gives you a good.
Oh yeah, it gives it a real good. So then Ray hits a 619 and frog splash on Andrade, but Joe runs in and slams him, and he gets the pin and the win. So new United States champion Samoa Joe. The great reign of R-Truth is over. Joe finally has a title.
This is fantastic, and I feel like this is something that we've said on the show, or at least I feel like I've said on the show multiple times. Just how does Samoa Joe not have a championship yet? You know, like every time he comes
for the
in
longest
the
time,
ring, you love him.
Yeah,
and we got that. You know, we thought, Andrade and Rey Mysterio. We're like, yep, that's where the feud's going. But maybe Joe's gonna hold on to it for now.
Yeah, who knows? Joe versus John Cena. That's what I've heard. Cena wants a match with Joe. They're buddies going back a little ways, and Cena was the U.S. champion open challenge aficionado. So let's see, WrestleMania match, Joe versus Cena. That's what I'm saying.
This is great, yeah, and
anyway,
agreed. We are on the road, and no one's heard about any John Cena matches. How are you gonna have a match?
Yeah. He's gonna want to do something,
And you can't. I don't think you can't have a Mania with no Undertaker or.
Yeah, I'm fine with one of them.
John Cena. You just can't. That's just not allowed.
Vinnie Mac says, no way. No chance.
Next up, we did have, I think we had another tag match. I think we saw
Alistair.
Ricochet and Alistair Black. We need a name for them now. That's the problem.
Yeah, we'll get one soon.
Versus
the Bar.
Versus the Bar.
Yeah, they got a name. More NXT chants right away. We got to see Ricochet hit his nice 630 on Cesaro for the win. Then after the match, Nakamura and Rusev attack, and the Bar helped them, but then the Hardys come down for the make the save. So baby faces get to stand tall together.
Yeah, we had the old face heel stare off at the end of it.
Yep.
Great match, and these guys got two matches in a row again, and they're coming up on the pay-per-view. So real exciting for
three matches in 3 weeks, or in 1 week.
In 1 week,
yeah. We'll see. That should be a fun match either way, no matter how it goes.
Next up,
quick match after this.
Quick match between Naomi and Mandy Rose, of course.
Yeah.
Love that camera effect. They're still doing it. They're still doing it.
The Vaseline. Mandy hits her sweet-looking V-trigger into Angel's Wings combo, and
that looks good. It looks good.
She's good. Yeah, I like her.
Yeah,
she's getting good. On her way back up the ramp, Asuka attacks Mandy and Sonya from behind, so that continues the feud leading into Sunday.
Where we see the match. She really threw Sonya Deville into that fucking video wall too. You gotta wonder because
people got hurt on that before.
I'm pretty sure you need permission to be thrown into that. Like I'm sure they're not just kind of like, do it. Vince has to let you because those things cost a lot of money.
Yeah, I remember last time Charlotte got fucked up when she went through it. Her arm got all cut up and shit.
It happened to Tommaso Ciampa also when he turned on.
Oh yeah, his head got busted open real bad.
When he turned on Johnny Gargano. In that
wasn't it Ciampa who got his head cut up?
His head cut up? No. When he
there was another one. There was two different. There was one where Ciampa got his head busted open so bad. Anyways,
what I was thinking when he turned on Johnny Gargano like a year and a half ago, he when he tore his ACL, he tore it in the process of turning heel.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what I heard.
I was thinking of a different thing.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
fair enough.
He throws Gargano into the fucking thing and bloop.
Maybe that's why the one the year after.
Yeah, so
did it back to
this is Asuka doesn't look very strong. She's just kind of like coming up the back, just at the end.
Fuck it, Asuka's.
So yeah, I mean, I guess she is Asuka. But it's great to see Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville out there. We did have another match coming up though. Next.
Yeah, real quick, we had AJ backstage though.
Ooh,
just talking
AJ.
About how not fair what happened to Kofi,
It's
and then Orton interrupts. He's like, no wonder it took you 15 years to get here. You're more worried about other people getting title shots. And then he walks away.
He just walks away.
I think that's a Mania match, just a singles non-title match. Because Randy's just been poking at him for a bit. So
well, you know what? I feel like out of all the guys on SmackDown who have been there for a while now, or for the past couple of years, those are the only two guys who haven't had a thing.
Yeah, and they like.
Right,
yeah, if they're not going to be in a title match, they're too big to be in the Battle Royal. So give them a little something. Give them a little bone to chew on here.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we've almost forgotten about AJ Styles, really. You know, I mean, he had those pay-per-view matches with Daniel Bryan, but now
the great little 3 series of matches, and then after the title picture was over, he's just been
taking a back seat, for now.
Yeah.
Why not? You know, he's like 42. You know, spend time with your kids. I don't know. Do
man.
Do what 42-year-olds do.
Yeah, what do they do?
We'll have to keep an eye on that for WrestleMania. We did have the next match of the night was Kevin Owens versus Rowan.
Excuse me. Yes.
Ooh.
So Owens attacks Bryan, who's doing commentary, and then Rowan gets a hold of Owens, and then Bryan starts hitting them, so that's the DQ fairly quickly. They beat him up a bit more, and then Mustafa Ali makes his big return.
He makes his. So how was he hurt? Was it a hip thing, a tailbone thing? I think.
I forget. It was something. Obviously not too serious, because here he's back a few weeks later. So he makes a save. Bryan gets a hold of him, but then Owens hits the stunner. So it looks like that's officially his new finisher.
So it looks like Kevin Owens brought back the stunner.
I'm fine with it. Like for a babyface, that's a good move. You know, the crowd will pop for it every time.
It's a babyface.
I think
move.
I'm pretty sure he has Steve Austin's blessing. Him and Austin are close. And
okay.
Austin was pissed at him for using it before and not getting the pin with it. So I think that's why.
Oh.
He's like, God damn, if you're going to use it, pin the motherfucker. God damn. But that was not the end of the show. We had Charlotte Flair come out for her promo.
Well, she's not British. Why'd you do that? Okay, so
Charlotte.
we get Charlotte and Becky on the second straight show.
Poor Becky limping out. We got to get rid of this crutch soon, though. She can't be doing this after the next couple of,
Well, she's been faking it.
She's been doing a good job.
She's faking it.
She allowed herself to get hurt.
We kind of get the women on this back-to-back show, which was something that I think we were maybe kind of worried about last week because it happened also. Of course, we're really pushing this. Of course, we're really pushing this to be the main event. Do we need to be pushing it like this hard? 2 straight shows or 2 straight segments to close out 2 straight shows. 4 straight shows actually. It was Raw and SmackDown last week also. Or no, Raw last week.
No, last week
was Ric Flair.
Batista was last week. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine with it for now. I'm fine with it. I mean, some weeks they would end it with like a random match. Maybe like, oh, I wish it was this instead. But I don't know. I'm fine with it for now. If it happens like 6, 7 more weeks in a row, then it'll be kind of stale.
Because it just seems weird that Ronda's not come on SmackDown yet. It seems like the other 2 are doing double duty.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I guess Becky and Charlotte are still officially on the SmackDown roster. Not that it means anything.
So they're the ones creeping over to the other side. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the women's champion. She's being respectful, I guess. Who knows?
Maybe.
But these 2, they do little promos. Becky talks about how she's in both of their heads, and last night Ronda hit her with her absolute best, but she's still here. She's still ready to fight.
But I'm still here.
Yeah. Crowd's chanting for Becky, as they like to do. She says damaged people are the most dangerous, and then Charlotte kicks her crutch away and attacks her. Becky ends up hitting her with the crutch and locking in the disarmer. And did you hear what she was saying here?
No, what was she saying?
This was awesome. So she corrected herself. So she's got her in the armbar. Then she's like, I will rip your fucking arm off. And then quickly after, she's like, I will rip your arm off.
No way.
But
that's
the
insane.
uncensored clip,
I gotta hear that.
You'll find it on Twitter. She literally, I will rip your fucking arm off. And then the officials come out to break it up, and they stare down, and that's the end of the show. But I like it.
It was a good way to end SmackDown. I think having Ronda there last.
Yeah, I do agree.
On
Ronda
Monday
should
night,
show up.
like that was I feel like that was a better go home thing for this Fastlane match.
Maybe I guess just because Ronda's got nothing to do at Fastlane, so maybe she will show up at Fastlane and we'll have a schmozzy finish. I don't know. Maybe Becky will be like, because she's on one leg and Charlotte's. Anyway, I should save this for when we're previewing the match in a couple minutes.
We're previewing the match in a couple minutes.
Yes. Should we take a quick break here before we run down?
Yeah, man. If that's what you want.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything else you need to say? Or
I think we just covered the week.
Yeah, so that was SmackDown, and then we'll come back. We'll do the quick rundown of the card, and then our other weekly segments, and see what we do.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Brother, yeah, let's shoot. Yeah,
Hello. Some 8-bit Becky Lynch there.
Where did you find an 8-bit?
Oh, there's like every wrestler theme song out there. Someone's made an 8-bit version. It's a lot of fun.
One time at work, I have another pal at work who
You have another pal?
I have one pal at work he was into Attitude Era wrestling, like wrestling that kind of thing, and sometimes in the summer when we're cleaning up after an event, and and they have like this tent that's outside and this enclosed area with no walls but a roof, glass. And we've got our $75,000 sound system in there. And sometimes I'll be like fucking cleaning up like the lights on like the other side of the thing, and he will just be I will just hear the Undertaker's theme start, just like the fucking bell, and I'll hear just bong at like 1:30 in the morning, and it's just him. He's just standing in the fucking like archways of the thing. He has long hair too. We do this. He did this one thing, made me laugh one time. We had this video screen that was just displaying white light, and he had a water bottle in his hand. He's got really long hair, and he's like, "Hey, Cameron," and I look over at him, and he takes a sip of his water, and then just stands at the top, and he just totally
Triple H.
Just totally Triple H is it. Great themes though. We should do a music episode
I was actually thinking about that, and
of the show.
There's something at the end of the episode that'll be pertinent to that, so you'll see.
Interesting.
We should do that. We should do a music episode.
Like just kind of like a filler episode, It doesn't come out on the Wednesday or the Thursday. It comes out on
it's for our Patreon members. We don't have a Patreon.
For the Patreon
Maybe one
members.
day. No,
Maybe one day.
No, but no, I'm definitely open to doing that for sure. 100%.
Before we move on though to previewing this Sunday's Fastlane, I think it's a little time for some trivia.
Oh yeah, you want to do trivia now? Sure, let's do it.
We're doing some trivia now. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I don't have a theme, but it's gonna be something like that.
That's okay.
I've been busy
That's
all
fine.
week. I was really thinking
That's
about it though.
No man.
So Mike, I got a couple questions for you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I came up with 2 questions, so I don't know how you want to do it.
Let's go back and forth.
Sure.
Mike, since I kicked off trivia last week, let's kick off with you. What do you got for me?
All right, I'll throw you one. This is one you can kind of just guess if you don't know the answer. Has to do with King Kong Bundy, the man who passed away.
Okay.
He main evented a WrestleMania. Did you know that?
Ooh, shit.
So which WrestleMania did he main event, and who was his opponent?
This is gonna be a tough one.
You got 1 in 35 chance, and I think you can.
Wait, do I not get options? Is it like a multiple choice?
No, WrestleMania. You can just say a WrestleMania.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay.
Well, okay, fine. I can give you.
No. I'm gonna say no.
I figure. Okay.
No. I'm gonna say it probably happened in the late '80s, early '90s. So I'm gonna say it was WrestleMania. I'm gonna say WrestleMania 6. He took on Hulk Hogan.
You got the opponent correct.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a good choice though. Hulk Hogan was a good choice to make. WrestleMania 2, he main evented.
Okay, shit.
Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy in a steel cage match for the WWF Championship.
Right. Did Hogan just like main event WrestleMania?
Like the first 6 in a row.
Six in a row or so. He was the Roman Reigns of that. So
yeah, he was literally. And then that was back when the steel cages were all the big solid blue. I don't know if you've seen those.
I've only seen photos. Yeah, I think they were back. There was only black and white cameras, so I don't remember.
Yeah, so that was question number 1. So I'll give you half a point.
I'll take half a point. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, listeners, for grant. And listeners, if you're there at home and you're thinking fuck you, Cameron, you don't deserve half a point. That's fair too.
Well, no, I mean you did give me some last week. Well, I mean to be fair, you gave me multiple choice, but I answered before you even read the choices. So.
Oh yeah, that WCW thing was amazing. No, I've got 2 multiple choice questions for you again, just because I like the fun behind it.
Okay.
Mike, my first question. This Sunday, Fastlane is live. When did Fastlane first premiere? When was the first year that Fastlane came out?
2015.
I didn't even have to fucking give it out. Oh my god. That was one of the options, and that was the correct option. Mike, you got that one right.
February. I don't know the date, but I'll say February 22nd.
We're not. I don't have the date.
Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I got all right. Woo!
You got it. You got it. Way to go.
So yes, the one of the reasons that was so easy for me is because my question for you. So in the 4-year history, this is the 5th Fastlane.
Yep.
There has only been one match shorter than 2 minutes in the history of Fastlane.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what that match could be?
Okay. Your next trivia question. I was looking at the matches over the past couple of years, so I have some ideas in mind.
Yeah.
Or I have some people. I have some people that'd be there.
I know. I didn't give you multiple choice.
No, you didn't give me a multiple choice. I'm gonna say it involved a Bella.
No.
Damn it.
I will tell you the answer.
What is it?
It was actually the main event. It was Goldberg beating Kevin Owens for the Universal title in 22 seconds.
Ooh, that was that fast, eh?
Yeah. I think there was some pre-match shtick to make it, but the official bell time was 22 seconds.
Shit.
So I don't know. I was trying to be a little tricky there.
Shit. No, that was that.
The Bella. That's a good choice off the cuff.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling it would be a Bella.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know which one.
I just kind of went with it. I didn't make it multiple choice. I know it wasn't very easy.
No, that's fine. Anyway,
we'll see what happens
multiple
next week.
choice because I feel like I like learning more. Maybe I have to learn more options, and definitely I know definitively what it is. I mean,
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm
Fair enough.
I'm learning from the encyclopedia here, Mike.
We'll do a mix. It'll be a mix and match. You never know what
You never know what you're gonna
Maybe
get.
one
That's the part. That's the best part.
yeah,
We're not.
Maybe we'll have a word search. Somehow a vocal word search. You're like, okay, go left. Okay, yeah, no, go down. Yeah, yeah.
It's right there. Okay. That's
Okay.
that's part of the
Final
listeners
question.
are sitting there at home and they don't know what we're gonna ask. We have not spoken about these questions before.
No, this is completely on the
It's
fly.
completely on the fly. So, Mike, my question for you, your final question, and the final question of trivia is: according to Uncle Dave, which 2 of these are the best in Fastlane history? Okay, you have 4 options here. So I need 2 of 4. So we have
Bryan and Roman?
So we have Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan in a number 1 contender match. We have Kevin Owens and Goldberg for the Universal Championship.
Nope.
We have AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler. And we also have AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho.
I'll go with the. Well, sorry. The I can't remember all the names in that one. The 6 people. What was it?
It was Styles, KO, Zayn, Corbin, Ziggler.
Yeah. So that one, and then the first one, the Bryan Roman. I'll go with those 2.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. 4.5 stars, 2 each of them.
Yeah. I know they were both very good matches. I remember the Bryan and Roman one specifically. The multi-man match is more crazy.
The multi-man match was actually, you and I watched it last year at my place, at my mom's place, actually.
That's right. Yeah, that was the one I came over for.
That was a 5-man
with your big yeah.
For AJ Styles had the championship, and the Roman Reigns Daniel Bryan match was to determine the number 1 contender for WrestleMania 31.
Yeah, even though that was another instance where even though Roman had won the Rumble, he still had to
prove himself, and I think he went on to take Triple H down later. Was that one, or am I?
Yeah.
Or wait, I might be a couple years off.
No, yeah, that was the Lesnar one, and the next year was Triple H. But so, anyways, there's our trivia. That
was our trivia though before, and if trivia is happening, that there's a second half to this podcast, of course. The second half that we're looking
trivia,
at today.
Yeah, that's the
trivia will be the halfway point. It's the it's the relaxing to the ears, right? It's the fun part where listeners at home can sit there and be like, "Huh, I wonder how many NWA championships did Richard Fleer end up winning?" Maybe people want to know these things, right? But of course, if there was a trivia in this week, that means we're splitting it up because Fastlane is coming to us live.
They should have had all this.
Because of course, as you know, we are on the road. Did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah. They're the rest of the year between April and December. I don't know what they're on.
Doesn't fucking matter.
You can be anywhere you are.
Side streets. You're on side streets compared to this because we are working our way up to the show of shows, the last pay-per-view event before the show of shows. We are live from Cleveland, Ohio in the Quicken Loans Arena, former home of LeBron.
Yeah. Yeah, he brought them a championship.
We do have a bunch of matches. This looks like a pretty short card, more like that Elimination Chamber card,
This is what I like.
Concise,
the sweet number. 7-8 matches. This is the perfect number, I think, for a show like this. Yeah, one pre-show match. I guess we'll just start from there. Andrade versus Rey Mysterio.
That was announced, I think, sometime after SmackDown or maybe during. I don't quite remember. But
yeah, I only know it because it's here in front of me.
Yeah, this will be. I'm definitely going to want to turn into the preview for pre-show for this one because these
the last
two dudes, right?
Yeah, no, the last fucking like 2 or 3 months of pre-shows have actually all been good. I see. Yeah, this something's got to happen here to lead them to have the final match at WrestleMania. We're hoping for.
Is that where it's going to culminate?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I want it to happen. Like,
of course,
these two are going to have a big.
Yeah.
They deserve better than the pre-show, so have Andrade win here, and then Rey Mysterio wants to get his win back or something. I don't know. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah. This sounds great. You know what? I think this is another one of those matches where like whoever wins, we win, or
yeah,
something
it should
like
just
that.
be a good fun match. And since they're on the pre-show, like they'll let them go 15 minutes. The crowd will be hot.
It's the only pre-show match. Yeah, we don't have some kind of Barry session of somebody else, or some kind of
no cruiserweight.
Tag
Cruiserweight's
thing.
gonna break.
Yeah, I think they're
Buddy
building.
Murphy gets a month off.
They have a bit of a.
Oh yeah, they have the tournament.
They have a tournament to determine their number one contender. So they're doing their own thing down there.
As they do every year, it seems they have.
They're
right?
trying a lot of shit down there. They just want us to pay attention. Andrade's been looking good though. Andrade's been
Selena Vega's looking good too.
Yeah, he's just doing this great heel stuff. He's doing this whole like Eddie Guerrero thing.
Yeah, he's really picking on Ray for that. Doing all the gestures, the little dances, and the three amigos, and all those moves.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, we want that to be the WrestleMania moment of Rey Mysterio maybe finally taking down Andrade, or doing it for Eddie. Maybe something some big kind of triumphant thing.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Let's see where Andrade goes with it. We do have the first of the 2 tag team matches that we do have for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Usos will defend against the best tag team in the world.
Yes, they will defend, and I think they will defeat. I think this is where the Miz and Shane lose again, and it's too much. I think this is the start of the breakup.
This is the start of the band not getting back together.
Last time the story was Miz pushing Shane too far. Is he going to do it again, or is something else going to happen? I don't know. But yeah, I don't think they're going to win the titles back. I don't see the point.
Especially on SmackDown, like the SmackDown tag division doesn't need Shane McMahon and the Miz to like keep it elevated.
You had your 2 months, now let's get them. Let's open it up for the real teams again.
Let's go back. Let's hope the New Day will be occupied with Kofi. The Bar still needs a thing to do.
Yeah.
Let's
get
knows?
Sanity back in there.
Who knows? Yeah,
shit.
Sanity, maybe one of these call-ups, who knows? Who knows? But the SmackDown tag division has life, and it has for a long, long time. Let's move on to the whatever that second tag team match is. We actually get a triple threat for the Raw Tag Team Championship, where the Revival will defend against Aleister Black and Ricochet and Chad and Gable. This is another good one. Yeah, so like we said before, NXT guys coming up to the main roster to put on a show.
Yeah, all 6 of these men, former NXT alum. Yeah, it should be a good match. Should be a great match.
Have they all been a champion in NXT? In one, Aleister Black was a champ, right? No.
Yeah, he was the champ at one point. They all held titles.
They've all held NXT belts, which is kind of cool. I wonder how many times that's happened too. More than
as time goes on, it'll be more common. But as of right now, Chad and Bobby, they don't stand a chance. But I don't think the titles are going to change yet. Maybe they could do it though. I could see the surprise of just throwing it on Black and Ricochet just for the hell of it.
Yeah, it seems like a bit quick. Like if the WWE is going to try to get behind tag team wrestling, I think we do have to keep it on the Revival to show like what tag team wrestling is. Chad and Gable picked up a lot. actually in their run, but let's keep it on the Revival for now.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. So there we go. We got that.
We have a third. Oh my God, we have a third tag team match when we do get the Shield versus the Bad Boys.
The Bad Boys. Yeah. We can only assume they'll do the classic through the crowd entrance.
In there.
Think they'll all have full gear on, full riot gear. Ambrose with his riot gear.
I hope so. It looks.
Yeah, they
it
should.
Looks,
They should.
It looks better. It's,
Rollins should bring back the blonde hair for one night.
Just
half blonde.
one little streak. He gets some extensions with Charlotte. Okay, so yeah, we see the Shield going over. Roman gets the pin on
potentially the last Shield match ever.
This could be the last Shield match, exactly.
But they'll probably have a rematch the next night on Raw.
Roman Reigns gets the pin on Baron Corbin. That's my go at it.
Yeah. They've been teasing a bit of a feud between them. So yeah, I'm fine with that.
Wouldn't it be great to for Roman Reigns to come back? See, I almost so we're getting the Shield this week. I almost picture a world where we're not getting, Roman Reigns isn't back for Fastlane, but he does come back for Mania and just squashes Corbin in 5 seconds. Just one spear.
I think that'd be good.
Done.
We need
it.
It gets Roman on the card and then it gets a match over with without having to shortens time down for everyone else. So yeah,
all we have to deal will be the 7-minute Roman Reigns entrance. That's the only thing we have to deal with, which is nothing in compared to. You know what? We should take more bets around the WrestleMania time because I do want to bet what we think.
Let's come up with a whole sheet of prop bets before
prop
WrestleMania.
bets. That'll be the pre-WrestleMania show prop bets. There you go.
We'll do a whole segment
listeners,
for that.
Listeners at home, if you're sitting there and you have any prop bets that you want to hear, so that you want or you want in on, let us know. We're all about that. We both had the Shield going over, and Roman Reigns keeping this thing going strong. Next up, four
more
tag team match. Oh, Jesus Christ!
But no, this is good.
Yeah, the fourth and final tag team match is for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Very exciting. The first time that's ever been defended, about a month after it was given for the first time. We have the Boston Hug Connection. Crud.
Yeah, no, they.
I just don't want to say it out. I just don't want to say it out loud. Almost I don't want to say it. I'd rather just say Bailey and Banks. Why not? BB, baby.
Well, we can. You can call them whenever you
Bailey
want.
and Banks against Nia Jax and Tamina for the Women's Tag Championship. It would seem to be pretty risky to take it off them right away.
Yeah, there'd be no reason for the Boston Hug Connection to lose here.
Which is
I'd rather.
Which is funny because I think we thought of a world where actually Nia and Tamina were currently champions.
We were cynical going in.
We were, yeah.
But no, I want Boston Hug to win here and then start building up the Iconics. That's what I want. Where have they been since the
start
Chamber?
Building up the Iconics. Yeah, that's right. Maybe Bailey and Banks are sort of here on Raw right now, but maybe their next feud will be on SmackDown. We have Mandy Rose and we have the Absolution. We have the Iconics. We have some shit going on over there.
I think those two would be the top two teams to go for it next after Nia and Tamina are taken care of, hopefully.
Hopefully. That's all we can do. And it'd be great, just to see that belt moving around a little bit more.
Excuse me. Yeah.
We do have three other championship matches on the card. We have Asuka defending against Mandy Rose.
Yeah, so Mandy gets she gets the Ruby Riott treatment here, probably. Just a quick little match.
I am looking forward to this one. Because I can picture these two going for some time. I know they won't.
As Mandy has shown, she's gotten pretty good. So
I know they won't get the time, but I think these two could have the time, and I think that's what could kind of be cool.
I mean, with only 7 matches on the main card, they could get 12, 15, 13 minutes, something like that. Which would be good.
Which would be enough. Yeah, I
think Mandy will surprise some people here. This is her first big solo match.
Yeah.
I think she'll look good here. Yeah, hit those V triggers.
Hit those V triggers. There will be some
C triggers. As we go.
Oh my god, I'm losing it. Mike, you're killing me. Oh my god, you're killing me. She's hitting those C triggers. Asuka's going to retain. She's going to Mania champion. Maybe there's no clear cut person for her
Lacey.
to.
Lacey. Lacey.
Not there. There's been no clear-cut person yet for a defender.
Not yet. But
it could be it could be Lacey Evans. Though.
I'm hoping.
What would Lacey Evans have
Anyway.
against Asuka though? See, that's kind of the thing.
Look at that wild hair and outfit, that nasty.
But I feel like no matter what it comes down to, it's a race thing, and I feel like Lacey Evans' first feud has to be against a white person. Because I feel like Lacey Evans just can't call. She has this whole like 40s thing and then 40s Japan. I feel
maybe
like
she can have a.
you know what I'm saying.
Maybe she'll have like a mini feud before Asuka, a mini feud to win the
to
number
work
one
her up.
contendership. Yeah, as long as not a black person either. She can't fight Naomi.
She cannot
It has
fight
to be a
Naomi
white.
either because she cannot be.
You belong on the plantation, there, dog.
She can't use that accent.
She does talk like that though.
But imagine hurts anytime
I know, she said
anytime she says
plantation.
anything to Naomi, it's gonna sound just racist.
Oh, I know. But that.
Oh, that's too
yeah.
funny. That's too funny.
We'll get something for her. I hope for God soon. I want to see. You know, I want Lacey Evans. I want matches. I want promos. I want title shots.
You,
But,
easy
yeah.
there. Easy there.
Anyways, yeah. We'll
Well, let's
work our
work.
way
Let's
to that.
let's get there first. You know, we got a lot of shit. We got a lot of shit going on.
We have another women's match to get to before the main event.
So maybe which one of these two? We do have two final matches, both championship matches. What's the main event in your eyes right now?
I think. Well, this Becky Charlotte isn't officially for the championship, right?
Okay. So
I think Kevin Owens versus Bryan is the main event, but maybe they'll put Becky Charlotte.
maybe
on
who
last. I don't
knows?
know.
Who knows? We do have Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch in a singles match. If Becky Lynch wins, she will be added to the Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania with Charlotte, making it a triple threat. If not, does she just not?
She's out. She's done. The
d-
dream's over.
But she
Pack it
still
in.
has a job, right? She still works.
She still works for there. She still has a job. She just doesn't get a title.
Oh, okay. It's not like
Yeah.
it's like a year.
No,
it's
but
not a you're
that's- I mean, that's
fired-
as much
it's not
as
a you're
being
fired
done.
situation.
No, but I mean, come on. We've been working for this all year.
Oh, of course. I just want to make sure that no matter what happens, she still has job security. So that's really what I'm
Yeah.
worried about, Mike. She has bills to pay. A doctor's.
I know, and she signed that agreement. So if she gets,
There's
if she
no
gets a life,
liability.
if
There's
she
no
breaks her
liability.
neck and is paralyzed, she's gone.
Gone.
They can fire her.
Gone
No
forever.
one payout, no insurance, no nothing.
No, because she signed a piece of paper on live television.
Yeah. So good luck. She's gonna. She's not. It's not a. It's not a no DQ match, so she can't use that crutch either. So she's gonna have to just hobble around and hopefully nail some insecurities and a lot of cool stuff.
That's a good point.
But she needs to win. She needs to win here. Let's get it up. We don't need another bump in the road where she loses and then she has to get another way back in. Let's just get it over with. Start building that triple threat. Becky wins. Go.
Yeah, I see it hard. I feel like this just feels like they're gonna fuck with us and not want to bury Charlotte
By losing to a one-legged
by
woman
losing
again? Yeah.
by losing
Oh yeah, I
necessarily.
forgot.
Or,
My thing.
I think there's
Ronda.
So there's gonna be
Ronda.
shenanigans.
Yeah, Ronda comes out because things are not going exactly the way they should, and yeah, maybe Ronda gets involved and helps Becky win because she wants that triple threat just as much as we do.
That's a good point. But after Ronda's heel turn, I mean, again, like I said last week, I'm still
Or maybe she just fucks them both
I'm
up.
still
so that it's a no
unclear on
contest.
Ronda Rousey's motivation for the triple threat. I'm still not entirely sure why she wants it. She still needs.
Because she's the baddest bitch on the
It
planet.
doesn't make sense.
She's the baddest bitch on the planet.
That's not inherently an excuse.
Spirit
I
of
think Lynch is
competition.
gonna win.
What do you mean?
I think Lynch is going to win. I think she's been faking it. That's my bold prediction of the
Faking
night.
what? Faking what?
I think she's been faking the knee injury, and she's going to get in the ring. She's going to hobble in,
Becky?
and then
Oh,
she's
yeah,
going to
that's fine with
fucking
me.
take it off and like be all good. And Charlotte's going to be like, "Uh-oh," and then that's how I think the shenanigans are going to start. And maybe we'll just see a great match between these two, like we have before. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
This is my bold prediction for the night. There's shenanigans.
Hey,
Becky's
as long as Becky goes over, that's all I
Becky's
care.
going over. Let's get to the main event, though. We do have a singles match for the WWE Championship where the new Daniel Bryan is defending against the newly tatted Kevin Owens.
Yeah, slightly slimmer, gained some ink, lost a couple pounds.
Yeah, I saw a new. So he has like it's like a skull. It looks like a dinosaur's skull on his forearm there, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Have to get a good look. They had a show on the WWE network. I don't know if they do it anymore, called like Ink.
I've seen that.
Where
Yeah,
it's, like,
I've seen
interview.
that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ruby Riott was
some
on.
of them are kind of cool. And Yeah, maybe we'll get an inked episode with Kevin Owens. So.
Who knows? It'd be kind of cool. I'm getting a new tattoo on Sunday.
Oh, nice. Which one?
Sunday I'm getting.
Did you tell me about what?
No.
I think you might have said something.
No. I just.
Oh yeah. Oh, last time you were here, you showed me your other one that you had a smaller one.
Yeah. I'm getting a third one on that arm there. I'm just going to the same place I got the last one. Booked an appointment.
Sweet.
I'm just going to go get my skin permanently
Nice.
colored.
Yeah, sweet.
That'll be exciting. Anyways, back to the match though. A man who has no tattoos that we can see, at least, Daniel Bryan. I think I see Daniel Bryan going over here. This was a great placeholder feud, but I mean, I'm still hot in the Kofi Mania train. I think a lot of us.
Oh yeah, you can't. Kofi Mania. You just got to go with it. That can be the feud coming out. You can have Kevin Owens get back in there, or who knows, but. Yeah, Bryan should get the win here. Let them have a good, long 20-minute match. Let Kevin Owens get a lot of heat. Have Rowan interfere or something.
And these two are great.
Yeah.
I feel like if we turn back the clock, these guys have seen each other in like Ring of Honor or something. I bet if we were to really look back, these guys probably have had a bunch of matches together. These guys know how to work, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Daniel Bryan is going to retain. And then, next Tuesday, don't you dare be sour, because Kofi Kingston will be in a championship match at fucking WrestleMania, and it's gonna be the most fun we've ever had.
Yeah, crowd's gonna go wild. We're gonna have 3 great championship matches at Mania minimum, and many more. Yeah,
crowd's gonna be hot. That is the Fastlane card, though, listeners. If you have any opinions on the Fastlane card, be sure to let us know. You can email us at shootbrotherspod@gmail.com.
Yes.
Shootbrotherspod@gmail.com. Reach out, let us know, or who you think? Who you think's gonna take Fastlane 2019? Because nothing implies road like Fastlane.
Yeah, they had Roadblock before, but they're like, no, we don't want to slow
things down. We want to speed it up.
What are we doing?
What's the fast lane? Go with fast lane. Did they really do that? They put road.
They had a Roadblock, yeah, and then they moved Roadblock to like December.
I get it.
Maybe they
like
thought
road,
the same thing. They're like
Roadblock's a sinister.
No, I get it.
Thing.
Like a bump in the road, and because that was the year where like right before a couple of weeks, Roman Reigns got hurt, and then Dean Ambrose fought Triple H for the title, and then Roman came back in time, and anyway.
It was a whole thing. We are on the fast lane though.
Yeah, it was a roadblock, but we are on the fast lane. Yeah,
it was a roadblock, but now it's a fast lane. Mike, we have 2 more segments that we like to finish off the show with. We like to put something over before the show ends. So here we are. We're gonna put something over.
What are you putting over?
What am I putting over? Okay, I gotta put over. I found this interview on YouTube, and I think, Mike, you need to watch it. I think everyone needs to watch it. This interview's from 1992 on the Phil Donahue show. Where
I think I've actually seen it. It's like 30-40 minutes long.
It's
like Vince McMahon's there, Bruno Sammartino's there.
You are correct. Okay, so you've seen this.
I love it. Yeah,
Barry Orton is there. John Arezzi is there. Fucking
Dave Meltzer.
Dave Meltzer is there.
Yeah.
So
man, I'm telling you, I've seen this whole video. So yeah, I love it.
I could alone put over Dave Meltzer's hair. It's shoulder length, curly.
It's so
with
bad.
Bangs.
He's losing it up top. He's losing the hair on the top.
And I just picture him going to the barber, and the barber's like, "So what kind of cut do you want?" He's like, "I just want a curly everyone. I want curly and give me some bangs." And but yeah, so the whole show, of course, was right around like the drug and the sexual abuse scandal of the thing.
Ring boys, molestation, accusations.
It's a crazy interview. It's crazy to even I know this was 1992. Sometimes I try to displace this interview if it happened like right now, how much crazier things would actually be.
Even like even just Phil Donahue hosting it, just running around with the microphone, like going back and forth. He's like, "Who's got a question?"
What I love is that he's asking,
it's like, "Hey, how many wrestlers are gay?" It's like, "Oh, how many people do you work with who are gay?" What a bad question. Let's go next one.
It's great because the people in the crowd like are not wrestling fans at all. I would have at least liked for them.
So
to
there was like
ask
one little smartass that like tried to get over on Bruno. He's like, "Hey, little boy, why don't you learn how to shave before you talk to me?" or something like that.
Which was crazy. It was crazy to see. I don't know how this came up on my thing. It was crazy to see so many.
No, it's probably the same way I saw it. You know, just
fucking clicking
wrestling
around
related things, and you're like, oh. Then you start
around.
watching a couple of minutes, and you get sucked in before you know it. You've watched a 40-minute interview.
And it was great. Vince historically hates Dave Meltzer, and the fact that the two of them were just
and they were right beside each other. They were like shoulder to shoulder
beside each other. And he's just like,
they're, like, telling
I know
stories about
people
each
within
other.
the company who like to think. Also, that's how I think Dave Meltzer talks. I've never that's my in my head. I hear Dave Meltzer just kind of.
You don't know his voice?
He's always just kind of like, I was sitting there with Bruno Sammartino, and he was. Great interview. I got to put it over though.
I'm glad.
A lot to learn
you
though.
brought
I
that
mean,
up.
who knows what the truth is? Also regarding all such, and I'm not saying. I'm not picking sides. It's just it is an interesting topic.
Oh, it's like when we were talking about Michael Jackson earlier.
Not picking sides. Not picking sides.
Did you ever see the OJ Made in America, like the 5-part?
No.
That one's phenomenal. It's like 8 or 9 hours. So you got to do it in chunks, but that was phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I'm OJ did it, but he's but he's
that's the ones like Michael Jackson where I feel like we all kind of knew.
Yeah, OJ did it. But
Michael Jackson's a harder pill to swallow.
Yeah,
because I like his music more than I like OJ's movies and football career.
But he did run for like 10,000 rushing yards, and that is hard.
Yeah,
that is hard.
And he was charged in civil court, guilty of murder or guilty of the wrongful
deaths of. Whoever those people were.
I forget. I should know it because I just watched it like a month ago. But
Mike
Nicole
Simpson, Nicole Brown Simpson.
Nicole Brown.
Weird name drop.
Sorry.
Weird name drop for a wrestling podcast. Mike, what do you have to put over this week?
Yeah, so it was funny that we were talking about the music stuff earlier. I actually wanted to put over CFOs with a $. You know who they are?
They write some of my favorite songs.
Yeah, so such bangers as Finn Balor's theme, Becky Lynch, Nakamura,
Shinsuke
Johnny
Nakamura.
Gargano, Asuka, Ember Moon, Sami Zayn, Sasha Banks, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. I could keep going. Of course, Lacey Evans, among many others. But so I want to put him over, and not just him. Like music, it's such a big part, but like the wrestlers can put it over the top as well. Like Ember Moon, the way she does her little thing with her hood, and like she makes the beat drop, she makes that shit work. Sami Zayn, when he comes out and he's all happy, it just makes it.
It's so important. It's so important.
Yeah, Nakamura, he had the greatest entrance going for a little while.
Now I also rewatched, and I could probably put this over in a whole other thing, but I'm not even gonna because I'll just talk about it. His SmackDown first appearance on SmackDown. Nakamura's thing when they had the violin players playing live, and and they went extra on the lights, and it's Corey Graves and Michael Cole shut the fuck up for 4.5 minutes. And it's like the crowd is louder than the fucking music they're playing. Even when the music stops, the crowd is still going. And it's one of those things. Is like you watch it, it's like fucking chills, man. Like it's catchy as hell. It's a catchy as hell too.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Yeah, it's one of
he was so. They definitely cooled off Nakamura since then. He could have been like top tier, but they wanted him to lose to Jinder a bunch and AJ. And he still got a roll. I think he can be rebuilt.
He had like 6 straight matches against Jinder Mahal, right?
Yeah, and he never got to win that
title. And then
title,
had 6 straight matches against AJ Styles, and
AJ,
also never
got to win that title. They had some controversial finishes here and there, but never got the big win. So I put over CFOs, and a small shout out to Jim Johnson, who was the OG songwriter back in the day, who did all the Undertakers, the Stone Cold, the DXs.
Kurt Angle's thing.
Kurt Angle, I actually suggest it's on the WWE Network or anywhere else you can find it. There's like a 1-hour special thing of Jim Johnson just like going over his music and like showing him making like top of 50 greatest hits, and it's really cool, really interesting as a fellow musician.
There you go. There you go. The music
Yeah,
episode.
so that's what I'm putting over.
Let's make the music
We
episode.
should do a music
happen.
episode one
It's
day.
gonna happen.
One day, yeah. Maybe post-Mania when all that business is settled down.
When we have
Music Mania!
dude. So Mania weekend, we're gonna have. So if we have NXT, and then the Ring of Honor New Japan, and then WrestleMania, Raw, SmackDown, we're gonna have 5 straight. And who knows? Maybe by April we'll actually want to push our show to also cover NXT, which could be an historic 6 days straight of wrestling.
And if you were to throw in 205 Live or something as well, you never know. I mean,
And NXT UK.
We're not there yet. Yeah, NXT UK, yeah, fuck.
Oh God,
But-
it's never gonna end. It's never gonna end.
But there's no NXT UK takeover WrestleMania weekend at least. I think.
No, but
There is a UK title match.
there is a
on-
UK title match. That's it exactly.
Yeah.
We're
We're a long way away from that, or well, not so long, but
not so long. Or that's definitely gonna have to be, dude. That's gonna be like our longest show. That's gonna be longer than our New Year show, our year recap
yeah.
show.
What's our record? Like 2 hours, something, 2 hour 10?
I think the
210?
official. Well, I mean,
205?
yeah, something about that.
205 Live?
Something about 205 Live. Hey, Mike, who's your favorite wrestler?
Mr. Wrestler of the week. Wrestler of the week. Of the week. Of the week. The wrestler of the week. Of the week. Of the week. Wrestler of the week. Of the week. Of the week. The wrestler of the week.
This week I felt it was less about the in-ring and more about, I don't know. I'm going with Ronda Rousey. I'm giving it to her.
Ronda
I liked her
Rousey, the
fire.
historic.
I liked her fire. I liked her passion. I liked her long pants. That might have, but
Passion, fire,
Kevin Owens
pants.
was in there as well, but I went with Ronda. I think the pants put her over the top.
The pants put her over.
So there you go. How about
The pants
you?
put her over the top. You know who my wrestler of the week is? My wrestler of the week is R-Truth. R-Truth has
R-Truth.
has
Yeah,
seen his
yeah.
championship window come to an end. Do I think he'll ever make his way back? Probably not.
To title?
Into the title picture.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
Maybe
making his
like
way
a
back.
comedy tag team would be the best.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun to see him, and just a dude who's going to take advantage for every opportunity he gets, and makes me laugh.
Yeah,
and
he's that's like he could literally disappear for 6 months, and the next time he comes out, everyone's gonna be happy.
I didn't know so many people knew his song.
What's up? What, like the actual
Like
parts?
everyone was singing along. I was like,
People, if you feel a bad,
"What's up? What's?"
you could get with this,
What's
or you
up?
could get with that.
I assumed that
What's up?
that crowd on SmackDown was loving R-Truth and everything.
I like
about
it,
him.
yeah.
and actually, he's been involved in 2 great matches the last couple weeks. So
Yeah, and
that's,
I like
that's
Mella
also-
with
that's also
him.
pretty good.
Mella works. Mella's able to dodge the heat, I think, from that story. I think it's cooled down already.
Oh,
and being with Truth
it
helps people
cooled
forget.
down it cooled down after the next week.
Yeah, within the next week, it's old news. It's done. One other big news. Did you hear about Ciampa officially having to go in for neck fusion
Oh God.
surgery? So that's done. NXT title, that's done. You can't defend that. He's gonna be out for like a year or more.
I heard 6 to 14 months.
Yeah, and that's just like to recover, like to be able to wrestle and take bumps. Yeah, I'm thinking at least a year. So I don't know, because NXT's already like taped ahead of time, so they're gonna have to do something to address this, relinquish the title, and I don't know who goes for it. Adam Cole, is this his time, baby?
Baby, you know what? This sucks. This sucks because this was my
It's
This was
terrible.
my feud of the year, kind of gone now, and these were my. What was in my in my top matches of the year were these Gargano
for sure.
Ciampa matches, and Ciampa just lost the title, and it was like, dude, you're next.
Yeah.
But now,
Gargano.
is Gargano next? Is you relinquish it? One thing this does make me excited for is some kind of open tournament challenge for the NXT Championship, right? This isn't something that we've had to deal with before, right? The likes of Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, Matt Riddle, guys like Keith Lee. NXT is so strong that I'm really not worried about the main event. I'm really not worried about that belt. I'm really just worried about Tommaso Ciampa coming back to his normal sick, ripped
like the quality,
self, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I want Ciampa.
The quality of NXT is going to be fine, but yeah, we have unfinished business with Ciampa. That title shouldn't. It always sucks to lose a title.
It always sucks to lose a title that way, and I think just the way that Gargano Ciampa story started with the injury, and then waiting 8 months until he finally came back.
We've had all these real injuries just keep happening.
And we have waited before, and I think whenever that time happens, and wherever Johnny Gargano is in the WWE spectrum, whenever that time Ciampa comes back, it's gonna be like nothing changed. It's going to be like just fucking... It's like it was the next day. The crowd's going to be so hot for that, and we wish a speedy recovery.
For sure.
To Tommaso Ciampa.
Like, that's some serious surgery. They're going right in there, right across deep in the neck. But, wish you well, old friend.
Wish you well, old friend. Maybe we'll see you back soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything else? Any more shoot you got in you, Mike? We've been
I think we covered just about all there is that I know
Covered just about all there is. What you got?
Yeah, no, I'm saying there could be breaking news we don't know about, but
get on Twitter.
SummerSlam tickets going on sale within the next week or by the end of this week or
next week. Don't tell the
listeners.
listeners.
We'll try to get that oh yeah, shh.
So
there is no pre-sale.
Real excited for that, dude, because I mean, and just like you said about that NXT championship, like Adam Cole takeover 6 months from now. My shirt's in the mail. Not really, but I need it though. I'm almost willing to spend WWE shop money. And I'm gonna cut it into the fucking muscle shirt like he does. I don't want a tank top. I want a t-shirt cut into a muscle shirt. And then I'm just gonna be the drunkest person there by far. It's not even gonna be close, Mike. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man.
I'm sorry.
If Lacey Evans is fighting for a title, I might be going crazy.
You might just go a little crazy. I hope
Lacey versus Becky in the main event. Oh my God, what would I do?
I don't know. I'd be like
cut the title in half and let both women run the company.
I'd be fanning you while you're like kind of like losing consciousness in your chair or something.
We got a long way to go before.
We got a long.
Hopefully, we'll see Lacey fight before then.
Yeah, hopefully we see her. Hopefully we don't have 6 months of Lacey Evans just walking up and down the ramp twice a week. I really hope that her impact's a little more than that.
Agreed.
Mike, that's all I have for this week's show. Do you have anything else to say?
No, just let me know. You said you might be around in town next week.
Next week, listeners, we have a live show, and by live we mean in the same room together.
Yes.
Which is real exciting, Mike. You know what? I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home on Monday, so we're gonna
fire up, hit me up someday, and then we'll figure something out.
We're gonna spend some time together, and we're gonna be doing a live show. Listeners, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Google Play. If you're using Google Play, hell yeah! I don't know who you are, but that's pretty
Android.
cool. That's pretty cool.
Android.
Way to go, guys! Thank you.
If you'd like to sponsor us with the new Galaxy S10, I'll take it.
I'll take a free Galaxy S10, please. Anyways, that's all I got for this week, Mike.
All right.
Okay, cool, pal. We'll talk soon. Because wrestling doesn't stop, and we will always have something to talk about.
Yes. Could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with us.
But you chose to be here with us. Thanks, folks. Okay. Take care, everybody. Bye.
See ya.